Good morning. My name is Xochitl Mora. I'm the Director of Office of Communications for the City of McAllen. I'd like to thank you all for being here on this warm and windy day as we celebrate this great project, the official grand opening of the Orchid Playground here at the McAllen Public Library. I'll be your MC for this ceremony. And before I begin, I'd like to recognize a few special guests here with us today. Of course, we have with us the Honorable Jim Darling, Mayor of the City of McAllen. Also joining us is Mr. Roy Rodriguez, the City Manager for the City of McAllen. And Assistant City Manager, Ms. Michelle Leftwich. Assistant City Manager, Mr. Joe Vera. City Secretary Perla Lara and her staff. And I'm going to skip this department and go on to the Office of Communications staff who are here with us today. So thank you all for being here from MCN. And representatives from the Grants Department who helped make this project possible. Thank you all for being here. We also have representatives from the Human Resources Department. Ms. Elvira Alonso, Public Works Director for the City of McAllen. We also have with us Ms. Kate Horan and all of the McAllen Public Library staff. So I'd like for everyone to please give a big warm welcome to them for all that they do every day. The President of the Library Advisory Board, Ms. Irma Gomez. And to help make this celebration even more special, we have with us from the McAllen Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Blanca Cardenas, and the McAllen Chamber Ambassadors to help with the ribbon cutting. So thank you all for being here. I'd like to bring up now the Honorable Jim Darling for some remarks.
Thank you, and good afternoon. And okay, everybody, we didn't recognize, stand up now, we'll recognize you, okay. But you know, next to kissing babies, open up hotels, the thing I really enjoy at the city is going to Kaboom parks, and when we open them up because they're free. And I was telling Kate, I said, what do we call it? It's not a library anymore, so what do we call it? The place to be. The place to be in McAllen, so we're going to change the name officially today. But thank you all for being here, and this is going to be called the Orchid Playground because we're going to have orchids, or what are we doing here?
Yeah. Orchid Avenue.
Orchid Avenue. Orchid Avenue. I knew it was someplace around here. Okay. So, and we'll plant orchids too on top of it. But it's going to have, great parks in McAllen, a lot of places. And one thing that we're emphasizing this year and last year was everybody matters. And so this new park facility is going to have some things for kids that are real accessible playground, and so everybody's going to be able to enjoy it, and I can't wait for that to happen. I was hoping that there's something that Roy and I could compete on, but I looked over at the slide, and although it is our size, I don't think we could have a contest to see who gets down at first, but we'll have to wait till next year to do that. But I want to thank the staff. You know, it takes a lot of work. Our grants department does a great job. You know, it's a great team that we have in the city. I'm proud to be the mayor, and it's easy to be a mayor when you have a great team surround you and an engaged citizenship. And so I want to thank all the staff members that were involved in this, and Kate and your staff too. And it really is a great place to be. Very proud of it. So keep up the good work. And I want to also thank all the volunteers that we have in the city. We have great volunteers. I just got over here on the way over, and somebody called me and said the flags at the War Memorial looked like they're tattered, and the family wanted to buy all new flags. So, you know, that just happens all the time. So proud to be your mayor. So thank you for being here, and I can't wait for the finish and the orchids. We'll have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. You always say just exactly the right thing. I'd like to recognize the Honorable Veronica Whitaker, Commissioner for District 6, who just arrived. Thank you, Commissioner. For some additional remarks, please welcome Mr. Roy Rodriguez, City Manager for the City of McAllen.
The mayor is very, very competitive, in case you all didn't know that. Very, very competitive. So we're going to have, in the future, we're going to build a butterfly, what are we going to call it?
Butterfly garden?
Butterfly garden just down the sidewalk here. So maybe we'll compete and see who can catch a butterfly first or something. Good morning. What a great day again in this awesome community of the city of McAllen. Thank you all for joining us here as we celebrate another milestone and another very unique venue in McAllen that you really rarely see anywhere. The Orchid Playground was made possible by a $15,000 Let's Play community construction grant. And I know it looks like a lot more than that. And by the way, we're going to have grass, but we wanted to have this before it got 100 degrees out here. But what a unique venue for us. And it just seems like we keep doing these kinds of things for our community to ensure that the quality of life continues to improve here. An integral part of the grant that made this construction possible were volunteers, as the mayor said. And this playground was assembled on one Saturday morning by the generous help of volunteers, including Keep McAllen Beautiful, the National Hispanic Professionals Organization, and the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. The structure is meant to invite children of all abilities to be active through their play, create memories, and form friendships. The city of McAllen understands the value of our parks and our recreation programs and other play resources, including these that are around our library. In fact, earlier this week, you may have heard that we received our 7th designation as a Playful City, also by the Kaboom Foundation. So congratulations to our community. Thanks to our many activities, programs, and parks, such as this park right here, the Swing and Ride, we are transforming public spaces into play areas, which is pretty unique and will further supplement our traditional park system. Additionally, yesterday we announced that McAllen was the winner of the National Meet Me at the Park contest, sponsored by the National Recreation and Parks Association and the Walt Disney Company, including Disney Citizenship and ABC Television, including ESPN. That is amazing that a community like yours can compete for those kinds of taglines and grants and activities and win. Not only compete, but win. That's the kind of community McAllen is. I want to thank you. I want to thank the Parks and Recreation Department, our Grants Department, and everyone that made this possible, especially our director of the library. This is something different, folks, but we ensure that we continue to do things to invite our children to be active and to invite our community to be one that we know we are. So thank you, Kate, for all that you do at our library. And now you'll see the mayor and I catch butterflies here one of these days. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez, and for recognizing the hard work of all your department directors. I'd now like to bring up Kate Horan to tell us more about this project. Thank you, Kate.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out today. I know it's a little humid, a little hot, so we do appreciate you coming out. You know, play is essential to the development of children. It contributes to their cognitive, physical, social, and emotional well-being, and it offers parents and caregivers a fun way to interact as a family. We all know this, and yet free play has become a reduced activity for many of our children. And that's why I'm so excited to offer yet another opportunity in this great city of McAllen for families to be active and bond as they play together. Orchid Playground symbolizes a back-to-basics way for families to enjoy nature and fresh air, and it supports McAllen Public Library's proven mission of promoting literacy and healthy lifestyles. An added benefit to the Orchid Playground is that it is inclusive for children and their parents of all abilities. Our playground was designed with user-friendly ramps and multi-sensory panels and playstations to stimulate brain development and accommodate a variety of developmental needs. This is only the first phase of our whole Orchid Avenue project. It will be completed in 2018. It's going to feature outdoor seating, the concrete pads to my right here, and down a little bit further will be the butterfly garden, which is part of the mayor's Monarch Pledge. Thank you to Kaboom Dr. Pepper Snapple for awarding MPL the Let's Play construction grant. Thank you to our contacts at Exerplay and our installers. Special thanks to all the volunteers. As you've already heard, we had 23 volunteers come out and give their time and talent. We're truly blessed to have them. And a big thank you to Jeff Gover, our project engineer. Jeff, where are you? Thank you. Quick thanks to our city's grant administration department for their support, to city management, the Honorable Mayor Darling, and the city commissioners whose approval made today possible. Never stop reading and never stop playing. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. And so now if we will all head on over to the Orchard Playground for our official ribbon cutting.